What is the total of the middle class down to the homeless? So take the middle class all the way down to the homeless and do the calculations for UBI for $5,000 a month, $1,200 for each additional children. Do an average on how many have children. Take the total number for the year and divide that into monthly. And what is the cost per month? What is the average tax revenue for the government for sales tax and income tax for the month? What is the difference between the monthly tax revenues compared to the UBI? This could easily be made up by closing the gap on the rich of the richest to have them pay what the middle class was paying all along. What would be that total revenue if they were paying what the middle class pays for tax? What is the total amount that is short now after receiving the total for tax revenue for the month, increasing the richest of the rich to pay what the middle class was paying? What is the leftover remaining amount for the UBI? The 52 billion could be closed by excluding but not by taking the amount that's being paid by Social Security already and tightening it up to the 5 grand. How much more do we close the gap now? Yeah, offset. You're already getting a monthly payment. We just tighten it up to the 5 grand. A surplus of 75.69 billion. Now, if we take this idea of this $5,000 per month for the middle class all the way down to the homeless, if we ask them if they would like to donate some of that money to start their own programs in their own neighborhood, this would be a win win for everyone, wouldn't it? Right now, we could hear just on video if we put out a hashtag on what people would do or start with that extra $5,000 they get per month and not have the burden of having to go to work and deal with microwave exposure, and they can shield themselves, take care of their tooth fillings, and get better health. What would they start if they started feeling better? The possibilities are endless, isn't it? People would be less stressed, and we have a surplus to work with as well. And no one's out of anything, are they really? The rich have plenty of money, and the tax revenues that could be taken care of by the ones who get that $5,000. They're going to want to do good. They have the burden of work off their shoulders, as well as now they get to work with their own health, because right now we need a break. Matching donations. Oh, yeah. For the extra remaining amount and the people who have extra money and want to do good with that 5,000 that they get per month, I was looking at something bigger, like a free food forest in every state. Forest in every state. And we will capitalize on non GMO and have it work in a way where it closes the gap on delivery. one in every state for now, and grow out from there and use heirloom seeds and the practice of no-till, no fertilizers that are chemical, and to bring back the bee population. Now we have a resource for food, for work. So the people who don't have to go to work now can go work outside in a garden. And this promotes the connection of grounding as well. We can get into that more, but you could see the possibilities of having fresh food available year round. We can trade off with other states. It could be a beautiful thing. And I would say to split that in half and start working on immigration. This is a simple solution. Start up a garden that is secured for people who want to come over from anywhere with their families to raise them safely. This facility would be like a correctional facility for the time being until we get to know them. They work in a garden for wheatgrass. Wheatgrass takes 7 to 14 days to harvest. They have a place to stay that's safe for their children, and we get to know them and find out whether or not they're safe. If someone is coming over and we're saying, if you're not a drug dealer or a criminal or a terrorist and you're willing to stay in this facility for, say, a year, it shouldn't take that long to do a background check on someone, period. And this way, you know where they're at. They're in this thing, they're not getting out. You have secured guards and you have no property damage. So do a small cost analysis on what the riots in LA cost right now and what the cost would be for a garden with hot tents set up for the people to live in until we get something built permanently, some guards, and some government land, and some grass seeds at about $5 for a pound, and the turnaround for that for a return, as well as the fact that wheatgrass can be frozen for up to 10 years without losing any nutritional quality. So now we have the military, we have the astronauts, and we have the schools taking care of for nutrients. This can be made into a powder and added to almost anything. And can you do a cost analysis for, let's say, 10,000 protesters there in LA compared to what they already spent now in costs for the police, military, helicopters? What would be the cost for 10,000 protesters, or let's say in this case, immigrants, which they're not over there, not all of them. So let's just take the 10,000 protesters at 10,000 acres of land growing wheatgrass in a harvest of 7 to 14 days. And take the average cost of a wheatgrass shot. Grass shot. And use that into comparison on what the cost would be to make a farm compared to what they already spent in LA on the protesters. Well, at least I got the right on the. It wasn't 10,000, but I didn't go up there to change it. I don't like touching this thing. I really don't. It's saying $50,000 for a unit. I don't concur with that. It could be shipping containers. You just got to worry about the formaldehyde on the floors. I think that could be easily taken out and taken care of for less than that. It's only like 1,500 for, well, let's say two. Let's say 2 grand. Let's say three. Let's say three, because you get a one way and it's pretty nice. You just don't want mold in there. There's plenty of videos on YouTube on people redoing them, and you don't do any cutting. You do the one that doesn't get up. Well, he's probably got quite a few hits on it. The door, when it flaps open, square it off, put a door in it. That's it. Boom. Put a door in it, put a window in it, so you put an AC in it, and you're done. So in the end, this plan would save lives and bring people over that are having a hard time and showing love and compassion for them. And we're going to make a monthly surplus. Is that what you're saying? Oh, I reached my limit. Let's see what it said. I just wanted to shorten it up. Okay, it's giving it a deal for military and schools. So 37.98 billion surplus. I still wanted that answer though. Oh wow. Tell me what you think.